Okay, awesome. Let's go. GM, everybody. My name is CJ. I'm the co-founder and product lead at Atlantis World, and we're building the Web3 social metaverse by connecting Web3 with social, gaming, and education in one lightweight virtual world that's accessible to everybody. My talk today is called Democratizing the Metaverse, Building for Mobile Web. The problem with existing metaverses is because they have a 3D and immersive focus, they unintentionally set a high-cost barrier to entry. What I mean by that is, in order to enjoy a seamless loading experience and to be immersed in these metaverse environments, users need to go out and buy the latest iPad or gaming PC, right? And this can't be a reality even for most families in America. Never mind when we consider regions in the world where the income average is much lower. And not only that, it's not only about income, it's also about the availability of tech globally. So I spend a lot of time traveling. I spent 4 months in Africa last year. When I was in Tanzania, regardless of how much cash or ETH I might have at my disposal, if my MacBook breaks, I can't go out and buy a new one. So there's a lot that we need to do globally before we're able to see kind of like mass adoption of 3D and immersive metaverses. So here is a demo that we built. We've been building for 8 months now. We've actually stopped developing this version. It had over 2,000 active users, and we haven't been maintaining it since August. So we have our alpha launch coming out next week. It's a closed launch for our founding Atlanteans, which hold one of our NFT collections. As you can see, there is a number of things you can do here. There is a decentral bank building. We integrated Aave. We actually won a prize from Aave at ETH Global Hackfest. And Stani joined our Discord to congratulate us, so he was very early on that. And there's a bunch of other fun stuff you can do here. You can see in the corner, we have like a CoinGecko price market data dashboard. There's also like gated text chat and some fun stuff like that. But we've completely upgraded everything, and I will get onto that in a minute. So again, like I already said, building the Web3 social metaverse by connecting Web3 with social, gaming, and education in one lightweight virtual world that's accessible to everybody. What we really believe at Atlantis World is that by building for mobile web, we can democratize access to the metaverse and onboard billions of people into Web3. So there is so much fun stuff that this enables, but imagine having a 2D pixel lightweight metaverse right there inside of your phone that you can drop into and be immersed into the Web3verse or this Web3 experience. So what we do at Atlantis World is take Web3 applications from all across the Web3 stack, whether that's DeFi, DAOs, NFTs. I'll showcase some of our ecosystem in a minute. Lots of alpha leaks, by the way. But the idea is you can take your little 2D pixel character, right, and you can run into a DeFi bank. And there will be an NPC, a non-player character, inside of there that's pre-programmed to have a conversation with you and teach you about what is DeFi, how to use DeFi, how to deposit inside of a DeFi protocol inside of the game. So that's something that we're really focused on, is building out these MMO RPG style learning quests, and potentially in future that will be incentivized. So you can earn tokens from certain protocols for interacting with those protocols and learning about those protocols from inside of the metaverse. Think about Rabbit Hole, rabbithole.gg. If anybody is new, by the way, to ETH and to crypto and to Web3 in general, go to rabbithole.gg on your phone and you can start earning tokens right now for using crypto applications. Think about that, but inside of the metaverse. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I was just thinking about the wallet experience, like on mobile. Like, is that a limitation that you?
Yeah, it's definitely a limitation. Like, there is lots that needs to be done there because it's kind of annoying to use, like, for example, the MetaMask browser. Yeah, I really love Nia because it works perfectly in Safari. Yeah, Nia, it's a layer 1 blockchain and they work in Safari. The Nia wallet, it's native to it. It's really great. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done there. No more walled gardens, which is why I think building for mobile web is so important. Because we're not going to get ruled out by the App Store. We don't have to kind of comply or conform with Apple or with any other big tech. I'm super bullish on web because anybody can effectively, build, launch, and deploy applications to the web without kind of any headache from, for example, the App Store. I mean, look what happened with the Fortnite saga. And then also the potential for building things like play-to-earn mechanics into this lightweight metaverse that's accessible by so many people really has a huge potential to redistribute value and give some of that value back to the user. So this is a huge alpha leak. We have a problem at Atlantis World. Actually, we have many problems. Full transparency. As an early stage startup, we're really struggling with the transitionary period of going from a really small team, a really small community, regular community goals. I mean, we still have them, but they're just getting larger, right? Everybody knows what we're doing. Everybody knows what we're building. Everybody knows who we're collaborating with. But now, as we're starting to grow and we have like 20 to 30K users across our social channels, sometimes people even call us scammer. You know, they don't see that we're working 16 hours a day. And the reason for that is because we need to level up our communications game. So actually, the majority of these here are unannounced yet. But you can see some of our ecosystem, the majority of which have supported us with grant funding. We will build some incredible stuff for and with them inside of the metaverse with the goal of onboarding more users into Web3. So here is like a little bit of inside our alpha. So first announcement, Avalanche, they gave us a grant. We will build an Avalanche HQ inside of the metaverse, so that basically if users are brand new to Avalanche, they can go inside of Avalanche HQ, they can learn about the Avalanche ecosystem, and they can be guided by an in-game NPC to connect to the Avalanche RPC on MetaMask, and then begin using applications, for example, Trader Joe, on the Avalanche mainnet. You can also see here we have like an Aave Bank. We have ENS. Of course, we will integrate login with ENS. We have Rarible. We also won a prize from Rarible at NFT Vision Hack last year. We will build museum and gamified NFT marketplace for Rarible. You can see CoinGecko there. We love them. They're great. They're fantastic. Here's an interior of the Citadel. So we just recently launched an NFT collection. We raised $1 million from our community, which was fantastic. We've paused the sale, actually upgraded our smart contracts UX and backend, and we will be relaunching it on the 16th of February. Essentially, one of the things that you get is gated access to our Citadel, which is the home of the Atlantean DAO, where we're beginning to introduce and experiment with governance themes within the ecosystem. You can also see MetaMask. So talking about MetaMask and being onboarded into the wallet ecosystem, imagine that you don't have a crypto wallet before, you don't have a Web3 wallet. You will actually be guided through the process of creating one from inside of the game in a super inherently engaging and interactive way. There's also MStable. We'll build the MetaBank. That's fantastic. There's a NIA HQ. By the way, NIA gave us a grant. We love NIA. They're fantastic. We're building a similar HQ to them as Avalanche, and you'll also see Harmony and Cello down here, and you will see OpenSea as well. We're building a museum and a gamified NFT marketplace for OpenSea. So coming soon, here is some more alpha leaks. This is the first time that we've publicly shared any details on our more kind of mid to long distance roadmap. So on the 14th of February, we'll have our closed launch where founding Atlanteans will be able to join and help us with beta testing and a bunch of fun stuff and give us their feedback on the alpha. We'll relaunch the sale on February the 16th for anybody that wants to drop in to that testing phase. You'll be able to. And we'll be launching our public free-to-play version in March. In Q2, we'll be launching Atlantean characters with interoperable wearables, game items, and a native marketplace. We'll also be integrating spatial audio calling. So if I stand this close to you, then you can hear me much more. And then if I run like over here, inside of the game, I'm talking much quieter, right? So spatial is a really important thing for us to make it more immersive and engaging and a lot of fun, especially with virtual events and stuff like that. We'll also integrate Discord chat bridging so that you can basically talk in Discord from inside of Atlantis World, some RPG mechanics, some lore, and then in Q3, we'll start to launch nations. So Cello, for example, they gave us a grant. We will build a nation for Cello inside of the metaverse where all of the game items, land parcels are tokenized natively on Cello, and all of the ecosystem apps, so all of the DeFi banks, NFT marketplaces, DAO clubhouses will be native to Cello as well. So it's really about creating a showcase and a home for the Cello ecosystem inside of the metaverse. And we'll also do this, for example, for Polygon. I love the previous talk. I love Polygon. I've been building on Polygon since 2019. So super bullish on that, when it was still Matic. We'll build a nation for them. Cities. We will build a city for 1inch. We will build a city for Balancer. We will build a city for Yearn. We will build a city for Perpetual Protocol. We'll build a city for everybody. We will take a bunch of mini games from around the Web3 stack and create an arcade so that anybody can drop into it and play a bunch of different Web3 games, whether it's battling, who knows, who cares, whatever. You can do it there. It's going to be really fun. We'll also launch land customizability, and this one for me is super important. We will launch frameworks so that any developer, any of you developers that are sitting in this room, will be able to launch your protocol inside of Atlantis World, inside of the metaverse, and really plug in to the kind of gamified onboarding pipeline that we're trying to create here, and benefit from the network effects, because everybody's going to be together in one Web3 enabled metaverse, which is fantastic. Yeah, I think I got that one. Thank you so much, guys. It was a pleasure. Really love talking to you. If you would love to visit Atlantis.world, we also have a wiki. We have a demo live. Unfortunately, you won't be able to access that on mobile, so it's not really a great one for the mobile track. But next week, we're launching our alpha, and it will be mobile ready. You can also catch us on Twitter and on Discord. And if you would love to follow up with me personally, particularly if you are building something, if you are a builder navigating the Web3 stack, I would love to connect with you and hear about what you are building and where potentially I could help. I'm also a mentor at the hackathon, so you can go to cjh.tech. You can also reach me on Telegram the same, or you can send me an email on cj@atlantis.world. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the time in ETH Denver. I think we're just getting started, and it's going to be incredible. And I also hope to see some of you at Breckenridge doing some skiing as well. Thank you, guys. Okay, guys, we're going to do some Q&A. So if anybody has any questions, please do. Please ask them. Fire away. What's up, man?
Can you host this type of world on something like IPFS or something like a decentralized like?
Yeah, of course. So all of the game items and land parcels, well, like the land parcels and all of the game items are NFTs, so everything is tokenized and then stored securely on chain using IPFS. Of course, man. We don't sleep on that. Great question. Thank you.
Well, I guess like what can anybody just sort of like deploy like their own little realm inside of this Atlantis?
Yeah, so the end game for me personally, and I think for the rest of the team, is that in the future, one team, one project, one community might be able to, for example, acquire land in the metaverse and literally set up shop there. So like if you see these examples we have of like, I don't know, some buildings like this M-Stable, this is the MetaBank. And users will be able to go inside of there and it's essentially access a high interest savings account from inside of the metaverse. So from a technical like standpoint, we're not developing that many smart contracts. We're just using Web3.js to integrate existing smart contract applications. So we want to make it really easy so that anybody can kind of integrate their own DeFi protocol inside of Atlantis. And then that also, makes it scalable, because we've even had a problem when building our alpha. It's like, okay, so we're going to push this, but then the partner protocol, they pushed a V2 or a V3 or a V4, and trying to maintain that is also difficult. So we really want to distribute and make it permissionless as possible so that anybody can build.
So like sort of like the optimism team sort of did that. Like
Yeah.
they just opened it up to everyone and like, hey, do stuff.
Go wild, build stuff. Yeah, man.
Do like right at the beginning.
Sure, but we're definitely trying to get there. That's how I feel like we'll survive in the long term, and that's what it's all about. I think it's permissionless and composability, and everybody coming together to build something great.
You made like a visual representation of composability. Like this is what it looks like.
Yeah, definitely.
Things hanging out together.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Much appreciated. If there are any more questions, I would. Yeah, we're working on that. So the general thinking is that we were, I think, the first 2D pixel metaverse, but there are quite a number of them cropping up. And we don't want to build something which is just like a walled garden and, native to Atlantis world, and that's it. That's the extent of its utility. So anything that we'll create on that side in terms of wearables or game items, or it might even be integrating sprites of top NFT projects, we want to ensure that that's open source, and we want to ensure that it can also be used in other like 2D pixel metaverses. But we're working on that. We're trying our best, and we're collaborating with top people from all around the space to try and make that happen. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope you have a great day and a great rest of the time at ETH Denver.